Right, okay. Erev Tov, good evening, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
We're going to begin with a call and response as we sing before we bless our candles, a song that we've been singing since Slichot. So I'm going to ask us to turn our attention to our cantor and join with her.
We return, we return, we return, return again. We return, we return, we return, return again and again to love, to love, to love, to love. We return again to love. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh Yaveinu We return, we return, we return, return again. We return, we return, we return, return again and again to you, to you, to you, to you. We return again to you.
And we'll continue on page 12 as we join in L'chune Ranana.
L'chune ranena, l'chune ranena, l'chune ranena, l'Adonai. L'chune ranena, l'chune ranena, l'chune ranena, l'Adonai. Naria, naria, l'tzori, אישנו, לקדמה פניו בתודה. נריע, נריע לצור אישנו, בזמירות נריע לו. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני. לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה, לכו נרננה לאדוני.
Let's turn to pages 2 and 3 and rise for the blessing of our Sabbath lights. We'll be led in that blessing by our past president, Jan Goodman. Pages 2 and 3.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We may be seated as we continue with the singing of Lecha Dodi in verse 20, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9, remembering to rise and greet the Sabbath bride on the last verse. Page 20.
Lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבל. Lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשמו תפארת בלי תילה. Lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נסוכה. סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה.
Lecha Dodi, לקראת כלה, בני שבת, בני שבת נקבלה.
התעוררי התעוררי, כי בעורך קומי אורי, אורי אורי, שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה.
Yai lai lai, ya la 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 lai lechadodi, ya la 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 lai likrat kala, ya la 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 lai b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela.
בואי ושלום, עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמונה, עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה,
Yai lai lai, ya la 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 lai lechadodi, ya la 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 lai likrat kala, ya la 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 lai b'nei Shabbat, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. The following reading is not found in your prayer books. From The Birthday of the World by Marge Piercy. On the birthday of the world, I begin to contemplate what I have done and left undone. But this year, I want to call myself to task for what I have done and not done for peace. How much have I dared in opposition? How much have I put on the line for freedom, for mine and others? Where have I spoken out? Who have I tried to move? In this holy season, I stand self-convicted of sloth. Here I stand before the gates opening, the fire dazzling my eyes, and as I approach what judges me, I judge myself. Let my words turn into sparks. Page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
בעלמא יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי.
בחייכון יום יומכון ובחיי כל בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו. אמן. יהי שמרה במברך לעולם ולעולמי עלמיה. יתברך יתברך וישתבח, יתפאר ויתרומם וינשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי לקודשו בריחו. לילה מן כה בחרתה ושירתה, תושבחתה בנחמתה, דמירן בעלמא ויאמרו. אמן.
ברכו את
together at the bottom of 31.
This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Hamariv Aravim.
Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol.
All these things your Torah gives to us.
And the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives.
What could be a truer token of your abiding love
than this holiest of your works, and the living language that gives it form?
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod, Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam
Together on page 36.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavcha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta ba'am v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha b'derech u'shochbecha u'kumecha u'kshartam leot al yadecha ve'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chtavtam al mizuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim le'elohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem asher hoseiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Adonai Elohechem. Amen.
Page 41. Page 41, let's read together. Sing the song of men and women, joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai,
Kodesh, Norati Lot, O Seifele, Norati Lot, O Seifele, Malchutecha, Ra'u Vanecha, Bokeyayam, Livnei Moshe u'Miriam, Zeili, Zeili, Anu v'yameru, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed, Adonai imloch le'olam va'ed. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Bottom of 43. Give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours.
Baruch atah Adonai, haborei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'akol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Ve'al Yerushalayim ve'al kol amo. Ve'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai, haborei sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael. Shalom aleinu ve'akol amo Yisrael.
Top of 44.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים berit olam. Uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. Veshamru bnei Yisrael et HaShabbat, la'asot et HaShabbat לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
Before we turn our attention to the Amidah, a reminder that since this is Shabbat Shuvah, parts of the liturgy will be different. That is to say, you know that little fine print that we encounter and we go, we never do that? We're doing it tonight. So mind the gap. Page 46, we rise physically or spiritually for the Amidah.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi akita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imateinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei HaKol, Vezocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, Leman Shemo Be'ahava, Zochreinu L'chaim, Melech Hafetz B'chaim, V'chotvenu B'sefer HaChaim, Lemancha Elohim Chaim, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham, Bezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Bechayei HaKol atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Morid atah, Mechadel Chaim Bechesed, Bechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim, Samech Novlim V'Rofech Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato L'Shnei Yafot, Michamocha B'Givurot, U'Mido Melach, Melech Lemid, U'Mechayeh, U'Martziach Yeshua, Michamocha Av HaRachamim, Zochei Yitzurav L'chaim V'rachamim, V'ne'eman atah l'chachayot HaKol, Baruch atah Adonai B'chayei HaKol, Atah kadosh Shimcha kadosh, U'kdoshim b'ho yom Yalucha Selah. Baruch atah Adonai Melech HaKadosh.
On page 253, in the middle of the page, we take time in our service to think of those who are in need of healing, those who are in need of peace. We think of those fleeing disaster, whether it be natural disaster or disasters of their own making. We think of those who lie on beds of pain, whether that pain is physical or emotional or spiritual. If you are thinking of someone who is in need of refuah, who is in need of shlemut, who is in need of healing and wholeness, I invite you to say their names out loud as my eyes scan around the room. For all those we mention out loud, for all those we mention in our hearts, together we pray for healing.
kol Yisrael.
Let's rise now together for Kiddush, and let's welcome up any of the children in the congregation who have not yet become bar or bat mitzvah who wish to join us up on the bima to receive a cup from Jeff Margulies, the president of our brotherhood, who is missing the Kiddush cup that is right in front of him, who will also be leading us in the English of Kiddush, but with the big glass one and not with the little ones, which go to the little ones who aren't so little these days. Growth hormone, something in the water. Hebrew of Kiddush is on page 5. Any other takers? Any other customers? No? Okay.
Let us praise God with the symbol of joy and give thanks for the blessing of the past week, for life and strength, for home and love and friendship, for the discipline of our trials and temptations, for the happiness that has come to us out of our labors. You have ennobled us, O God, by the blessing of work, and in love have sanctified us by Sabbath rest and worship as ordained in the Torah. 6 days shall you labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is Sabbath to be held unto the eternal, your God.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei bri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu Shabbat Kodsho, B'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu, Zikaron le'maaseh b'reishit, Ki hu yom techilah l'mikra'ei kodesh, Zecher l'siyat Mitzrayim. Shabbat Kodshecha B'ahava u'vratzon V'imchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen.
Let's stretch our hands out over our children and say over them, may God bless you.
May God bless you
and protect you.
and protect you.
May God's light
May God's light
shine in you
shine in you
and inspire you.
and inspire you.
May God's presence
May God's presence
ever be turned toward you
ever be turned toward you
and bless you
and bless you
with shalom,
with shalom,
with peace.
with peace.
Amen.
Amen.
Now you can surrender your cups to Mr. Margulies, who really wants them back without knocking them over. All right. And we'll remain standing for our Seder, Kriyat HaTorah, our service for the reading of Torah, which we'll do as soon as Aiden gets back to his seat. And close enough. Okay.
Ramevu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ramevu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
On this Shabbat, we read from Parshat Vayelech. We're almost at the end of Deuteronomy. Moses realizes that his end is near and soon that the people will be passing into the promised land without him. And he's almost at the end of his speech. Almost. There's another week or so left of speech. That's what Deuteronomy is. And in this week's portion is the moment where publicly Moses says to Joshua, "You're going to lead the people." And he publicly declares it and says, "Chazak ve'amatz," be strong and courageous. Amatz is an interesting word. Sometimes it's resolute, sometimes it's courageous. At Creative Arts Camp this summer, we translated ometz lev, of the core values, which is the noun form, whatever of the heart, as grit. So be strong and have grit. And I think that's a great message for all of us on Shabbat when we read this. When we think about the things that we've done in the past year that we wish we had done differently, when we think about the year to come and the way we want to be and we want to act, that sometimes we have to be strong and sometimes we have to have grit. And we also remember, as Joshua and the people are reminded, that as they say, God goes out before the people, you don't have to be afraid. However we perceive the divine of the universe, we can also remember that there are forces around us that we can turn to that will help us. We are never alone in the path towards returning to who we want to be. It's also a nice parsha to be reading as we celebrate the installation of our new Board of Trustees, our own leadership, turning publicly to declare them as our new leadership. And I hope that they all, as we all do, have courage, have strength, have passion and compassion, and indeed grit. Amen.
Amen. Our Torah reading, if you want to follow along in the plowed commentary, is on page 1387. Rabbi Capel is going to be reading from chapter 31, beginning with verse 7 of the reading. Page 1387. For our Aliyah, we call forward our Board of Trustees to recite blessings before and after the reading, that we may celebrate and install them as the leadership of this community. Mi sheberach avotenu v'imotenu hu yivarach et kol ba'alei habayit. The one who blessed our ancestors, bless all those who work for the benefit of this community. Shalu lichvot Torah, that they may come up to give honor to the Torah. If you're holding a card, hold it up high so that people can see it. 1, 2, 3. Baruch Adonai.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch.
Amen. ויקרא משה ליהושע ויאמר אליו לעיני כל ישראל, חזק ואמץ, כי אתה תבוא את העם הזה אל הארץ אשר נשבע אדוני לאבותם לתת להם, ואתה תנחילנה אותם. ואדוני הוא ההולך לפניך, הוא יהיה עמך, לא ירפך ולא יעזבך, לא תירא ולא תחץ. ויכתוב משה את התורה הזאת, ויתנה אל הכהנים בני לוי, הנושאים את ארון ברית אדוני, ואל כל זקני Israel. And Moses called to Joshua and said to him, before the witness of all of Israel, be strong and have grit. For you are bringing the people to the land that was promised to them by the eternal God, to their ancestors, to give to them, and you will apportion it amongst them. And God, the eternal, will go before you and will be with you. God will not fail you or forsake you. Do not be afraid and do not be dismayed. And I just lost my place. There we are. And Moses wrote this Torah, these words, this scroll, and gave it to the Kohanim, to the priests, the sons of Levi, who carried the Ark of the Covenant of Adonai to all the elders of Israel.
Amen. With our Torah scrolls still out, we invite our board members, the lay leadership of this community, to recite a statement of affirmation, which I am passing out, or they are passing out copies. I'm going to ask you to look to your congregation, family and friends who are gathered here, your community, and recite these words to them, led by your new president, Jen Steinberg. We rejoice in your dedication, in your hard work, and especially in your love for this community, that you would share your time and your wisdom and all that you have to offer by doing the work of making this congregation what it ought to be, by making this congregation what God knows it can be, by making this congregation the place that we all call our spiritual home. We are grateful to you for all the work that you do and all the work that you're going to do. And we offer up that gratitude as we join together with our cantor and sing Shechianu.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'echeyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu b'zman hazeh.
Some number of you could gather up some of the stuff to put back on the Torah so that we can sit with some speed. There's silver and there's cloth. Great, cool. We rise for Hagbah and Gelilah, the lifting up and the dressing of our Sefer Torah, and we will remain standing as we return our Torah to the Ark.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael. Achi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Yadai dai 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 dai. Yadai dai 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 dai. Yadai dai 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 dai. Yadai dai 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 dai.
Yasher Koach to Rabbi Capel for her Torah reading, and Yasher Koach to all of our board members. We call Jen Steinberg up as our new president forward to give us some words of greeting.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
So this afternoon, I sat down and took a board readiness quiz on the website BoardSource. The introduction said that the purpose of the quiz was to determine whether board service is right for you right now. And if you answered more than 2 questions with no, then you may want to consider other ways to get involved with an organization prior to joining the board. A few of the questions that they wanted me to confirm. I am interested in advancing a cause I feel passionate about. Okay, yes. I am curious to delve into and learn about issues facing my community and the world. Sure. I am interested in a new environment and experience to further develop myself as a leader. Okay. I am interested in meeting people outside my usual professional and social circles. Sure. I understand the roles and responsibilities of a board member. I think so. I am comfortable making a personal contribution to the organization. Yes. I can imagine asking others to contribute financially to a cause that I am passionate about. Yeah, I can do that. I have enough autonomy in my schedule to accommodate board and committee meetings. Yeah. I am patient and collegial when working as a team. Yes. I can commit the time necessary to be an exceptional board member. We'll see about exceptional, but okay. I've served on the board of Beth Emet since June of 2013, so it's a little late for me to be taking this quiz, but it did provide food for thought. What are the rules and responsibilities of a board member? When we're asked to serve on the board, you're asked if you can do the following: attend board meetings, possibly chair a committee, be a role model and leader in the community, both inside and outside of Beth Emet, support board decisions, listen to members, be involved in synagogue life. So serving on the board at Beth Emet requires a fairly short list of responsibilities, but they're all important. In standing up and making the statement of affirmation tonight, we said to our congregational committee that we understand that board service means we've taken on the role of stewardship, the careful and responsible management of a community entrusted to our care. I'm so proud to serve with all of my fellow board members and to serve each and every member of the congregation. And I look forward to what we're going to do together this year.
To be the member of a synagogue board, of course, is to be different. It's a different role than being on the board of the SPCA or the ACLU or Rotary, or to even be in the leadership of your home association. To take on a sacred task, which is to help us live meaningful Jewish lives. Doesn't mean we all have to be rabbis. Doesn't mean that our Hebrew has to be perfect. Doesn't mean that we have to have the Talmud memorized. I can assure you I have more Simpsons episodes than Talmud quotes lodged in my brain, for better and for worse. But it means that we have to decide as leaders that meaningful Jewish lives are important and essential to the world. So I trust and know and hope and celebrate all the work that you're going to do this year as you help the rest of us do exactly that. Our service continues on page 282 as we rise for Aleinu L'Shabeach.
Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'ateit gedula liotzer b'reishit, shelo asanu kigoyei ha'natzot, ve'lo samanu
top of page 293. Page 293. Yizkor, we remember. Remember our people who suffered and died so that we could be free and secure. May their memory be more than a distant shadow. For their dreams left unfulfilled,
and lives taken too soon, we remember.
Remember our brothers and sisters whose sacrifice kept the dream of democracy and justice alive. May their courage be our inspiration and strength.
For life cut short and vision unrealized, we remember.
Remember the fallen of our armed services, the victims of terror and tragedy. May the darkness of their loss not obscure the light of peace. They were in love with our land and in love with life.
For the agony, the tears, the mothers and the fathers, for the children who were and for the children yet to be, we remember.
If you are in the first 30 days of your mourning, I invite you to rise at this time. And if you are in the first year of your mourning, I invite you to rise. If you observe a yahrzeit on this Shabbat, I invite you to rise at this time. And mindful of all those who died on September 11th, 2001, and all those who have died as a result since, I invite all of us as a congregation to rise. As we return to page 294 and join in Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah B'alma divrach hirutei b'amlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala ubizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lalmei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yithalal Shemei d'Kudusha b'richu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shalom araba min shamaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, uyaseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. In addition to those who died on that terrible day, and as a result of that day, we remember Teresa Rosner, Anne Sharon, Dr. Milton Wall, Shirley Aronson, Fanny Belfus, Harry Bender, Marion Bergeron, Harvey Bergeron, Sarah Berkowitz, Evelyn Crocken, Erwin Goodman, Helene Holtenorth, Norman Harris, Sarah Hart, Minna Hirsch, David Aaron Kraftso, Molly Krinsky, Beatrice Toby Kerr, Joel Kerr, Royden S. Margulies, Pearl Margulis, Eva Meidelman, Goldie Rapkin, Louis Rapkin, Mortimer B. Wackstein, Beatrice Wilner, Joseph Wilner, Grace Zimmerman. Zichronam livracha. May their memories be a blessing, as we say. Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. Mazal Tov and Yasher Koach again to our Board of Trustees. I know it's going to be a fun and wonderful year of us working together. Tomorrow, Torah study and service in the round beginning at 9:30 in the morning. Sunday begins religious school. Ooh. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come and stop by and see all the exciting things that we're going to have starting on Sunday. Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, of course, is our Beth Emeth Memorial Park Memorial Service over at Beth Emeth Memorial Park. That service will be taking place rain or shine. So if it is moving to you to be there, whether you have loved ones buried there or not, we invite you to join us for that. Tuesday night, of course, is Yom Kippur, and Wednesday as well, followed by our Break the Fast. And then we're off to the races with celebrating B'nai Mitzvah and all the wonderful programming we have for the rest of the year. I know and hope you will join us for it. And if you're not sure what it is, you have a Sabbath Lights in your hand. You should take it with you and find all the cool stuff. One piece of programming before we get to Yom Kippur, just to make sure that you're aware of it, and I hope you are because I kind of talked about it at Rosh Hashanah. The candidate forum is Monday night at 7 p.m. at the Siegel JCC. Outside the sanctuary, there'll be a flyer saying the candidate forum is on Monday night at the Siegel JCC at 7 p.m. So take that with you to remember when it is. There's also going to be a little card that has a link to the Religious Action Center's website. So that will take you to their candidate engagement portion, where you can find sample questions that I would encourage you to peruse. So when you get to the candidate forum, you have those questions with you so that you can submit or modify, or maybe you have some questions of your own, to quiz our statewide candidates and make sure that whoever they are working for us. We are going to conclude our service as we began, joining together in song, and specifically in the song the cantor was leading us in before. Let's all rise.
We return, we return, we return, return again. We return, we return, we return, return again and again to truth, to truth. We return again to truth. Hashivenu Adonai Elech Avinu Shuva Kadesh Yameinu V'kedem. We return, we return, we return, return again. We return, we return, we return, return again and again to you, to you, to you, to you. We return again to you.
Let's join together in Hamotzin and join each other for Oneg Shabbat.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our prayer is joyfully said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.